Here with head coach Anna Nimz as Demons get back to action, playing basketball and playing in the Southland Conference as well as that's all we have left is Southland Conference. As we're in it. HCU coming up this weekend. But Coach, before we talk about any basketball stuff, how was Christmas? First one with Frankie. What were the memories? What was all that? How was it?
I would say being a parent during Christmas, minus the stress of obviously getting all the stuff and obviously money and stuff, but being a parent and watching your kid have Christmas is it's incredible. Frankie had a heck of a time. We had a heck of a time. It was a beautiful day. Yeah. She was a knucklehead in church though.
Well,
I think she was ready for Christmas.
Yeah, all kids are, right? Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I had to ask you about that because certainly a special time for you.
Super awesome.
Yeah. Let's get into some basketball stuff now. It's been a little bit, obviously Christmas break, and you take what you can from that South Florida experience. But it's back to Southland Conference and HCU. So, what does the team gather from a little bit of practice, a little bit of a break, all that sort of stuff from the last time we played to this weekend? Yeah,
hopefully, obviously, you want the opportunity to fill their bucket. If they got to go home, just be around family, get away from one another a little bit. If they stayed here, just kind of rest, recover, and kind of regroup, right? We're stepping into the next part of season. And I feel like, we talk about it all the time, and we set goals for each individual portion of our season. And you got non-conference, you got conference, and you got postseason. And so it's just we're moving into the next portion of our season. Like I said, hopefully rested and with full buckets, hopefully a little in shape. I think still something to take from South Florida. We were pretty upset with how we played. We were fighting a lot of sickness that continued throughout our whole trip. However, USF is they're a tremendous team. They took number 9 Duke. We watched that game, and they beat number 9 Duke. So I was pretty upset with the outcome, but on the flip side, USF is a tremendous basketball team, and Coach Jose does a really nice job. I'm pretty sure Kara Lawson was maybe just as upset, if not more, than I was the other day. So it just puts into perspective. I don't think we're 35 points less, but on the flip side, I think they're going to be a contender for the top seed for their conference. So. Good experience as long as we're learning. We just hate learning by losing. But we're ready to be done with non-conference and move into Southland play. And hopefully all the hard games and tough travel has prepared us to go be successful.
Yeah, obviously you mentioned that South Florida game, very tough, probably a nice way to describe that first half. But I know encouraging to see the way they responded in that second half. I know a lot you can take from that response that we're going to need as we continue into Southland play.
All the time, and I think toughness needs to travel, and I think it traveled for the second half. We just didn't quite have it the first half, but I think the response was awesome. But we have to understand we can't get down like that. No matter how tough you are, you just can't get down like that. So, again, another thing to learn from, but we were able to work some lineups that we haven't necessarily worked with. A couple kids got minutes and maybe haven't gotten minutes a couple games prior, and so you can always pull positives out of it. And I think we have the opportunity to pull some out of it, but I'm excited to put non-conference behind us and move into Southland play.
Yeah, so tell me about HCU. What do you see from them? What are your thoughts, scout, all that sort of stuff?
Truthfully, Donna does a fantastic job. That's a couple years back, they were Southland champions. She always is going to have a good international presence. She's always going to have an incredibly big team. So it makes for tough, matchups. They've got a couple kids. They have a transfer in Tullis, the Tullis kid, just an incredible inside presence from Texas State, JUCO transfer kid, and they're playing a lot through Kiera Prim. And so I think we match up okay. They're going to be a little bit longer than us, but I think overall we match up okay with them. But to me, whoever has these games right after Christmas, it's not about talent, it's about toughness, because nobody's going to be in the condition that they want to be in. Because if we all had to give our kids, or we all did give our kids 2 to 3 days off, you lose in 2 days what probably spent 40, to get accomplished. And so toughness has to travel, because to me, the tougher team wins.
How do you measure that toughness, especially, I feel like the first parts of the game, the first few minutes, really going to set the tone for both sides. like you say, coming out of breaks and that sort of stuff. So how do you measure that toughness for us with what you want to see to hopefully lead to a positive result?
I mean, it's taking care of the ball. We've got to cherish the ball. We've done a lot of positive things, you know, with all of our non-conference games and a crazy schedule. We're still sitting in top 4 in the conference with our defensive play. You know, so it's not necessarily that. It's that we're giving away 20 possessions a game to where we're not even giving ourselves a chance to shoot it. And so it's going to be, yes, tough, yes, getting out. It's not, you know, I think sometimes we get it misconstrued. Running fast does not mean tough and hard. You know, you got to have poise. You're poised. You got to have pace. So toughness is going to, in my opinion, it's more so this has got to be tough. When it's getting tired, can we keep everything in control and keep our turnovers down or get them down to where we want to see them?
Coach, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks
Have
so
a new
much.
year.
See you next time.
Later.